Okay. How you doing? This is Bobby D again. I figured I'd make another V-blogger. Basically, I'm here right now, just in this room with the laptop, looking at these forums on this one site I go on, and this one forum topic is, about, like God and religion, all that kind of, all that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. The topic question is, if you believe in God, why do you fear death? And there's all different, types of responses, obviously, as would be expected. I haven't put in my own typed out response myself. I'm just, getting different input from what people are, they're giving their take on it, their 2 cents, whatever you want to call it. There's one that really stood out for me that I liked, that I felt was really good, a good way to put it. Let me go on it and I'll read it. Okay, let's see. Scroll down the screen. Okay, here we go. I won't say the guy's name, obviously. Okay, this is what this fella, this particular fella on this site has to say, and I think it's a good way to put it. Man and his free will has caused a lot of death and destruction, and if God didn't allow man to have a free will, man would have been a puppet. And who wants to make someone love you by controlling them? That's not love. It's fear and intimidation. In the end, you put into motion what you receive. It is appointed for man once to die, and after that, the judgment. That's in Hebrews 9:27. It may seem that injustice prevails now, but all die, and after death comes judgment. As for Jesus Christ, he was the only leader of religion to predict his death and resurrection as being proof of his divinity. And his death and blood atonement on the cross for the sins of humanity that began in Eden in Genesis 3. There are many religions and many leaders, all in their tombs. The tomb of Jesus has always been empty since his resurrection. Paul said that if there was no resurrection, there'd be no Christianity, and he was martyred, just like every other disciple except for John, who wrote Revelation. I'm going to speed it up now and read out faster. Men will die for what they believe in, but not for an untrue cause. The disciples were crucified upside down. He put /Andrew, I guess meaning that's, I don't know, Andrew wrote that, or I don't know. I'll have to touch up on the Bible a little bit more. I do watch a lot of shows, though, about all this kind of stuff. Their brains bashed out with sledgehammers, burned, beheaded, etc. If the resurrected Christ weren't healed, they would have been hiding real fast. I believe at death God will ask 2 questions. 1, did you hear of my son Jesus? And 2, what did you do with what you heard? Did you use his name as a curse word? Or did you share his gospel to reconcile man to me? The torture and death of Jesus Christ is a historical fact. Christ destroyed the chains of the curse of death. First began in Eden with our ancestral father Adam, and carried through our DNA to now. Through though one man, through one man sin came into the world, and through sin death. Romans 5:12. But in the end, it's up to you to decide. There's free will again, you put in parentheses. If a person truly wants to know God, go to a quiet place and ask him. Say, show me if Jesus Christ is your son, if he is God revealing himself to man. Show me. The Bible says that if a person truly seeks God with all their heart, they'll find him. But what's the number one reason people don't want to believe in God? Survey says because they'd be accountable for living the hedonistic life they lead. They don't want to admit they're living immoral, self-centered lives. The sad part is these people go to their graves a cosmic orphan, never knowing their creator/father and what comes after death. Yep, the judgment. The difference between a Christian and a non-Christian is a Christian has everything to gain at death. So there you have it. That's what this fella put here, and so far it's pretty much my favorite post out of all the posts, that I've read and evaluated. It most relates on my overall take. It's all the kind of stuff that I myself would like to put in as to making my point. Of course, I would add in a few points of my own as well, but I'll get on that in my I'll get onto that in my next vlog or chapter, whatever you want to call it, chapter or paragraph or whatever. Alright, I'm gonna cut it.